Time really does fly fast. Just a few months ago, we were talking about the most awaited and also postponed and rescheduled plenty of times trial of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's $50 million defamation case. Now we are finally living it. Mr. Depp filed a defamation suit against Amber Heard after she penned an op-ed for the Washington Post in which she described herself as a public figure representing domestic maltreatment. Ms. Heard then countersued Mr. Depp, alleging that Heard defamed her when his previous lawyer made remarks claiming her allegations of maltreatment were fake. After more than a year of back and forth, after a long, excruciating wait, the court has proceeded with their case, and the whole world has its eyes on the former couple. The latest news about the hearing was that Amber Heard allegedly admitted to hitting Johnny Depp during their chaotic marriage. Is that true? And if so, what other events worthy of our attention have unfolded? We'll take a look at that and much more in today's video. But first, make sure that you subscribe to our channel and you smash that notification bell for more updates on this. Now, let's dive in. The defamation trial in Virginia between stars Johnny Depp and Amber Heard has turned into a passionate struggle over the facts about their relationship, with both sides accusing the other of several wrongful actions on multiple occasions in what was an undeniably difficult marriage. Lawyers have questioned witnesses in front of a 7-member jury in Fairfax County Circuit Court about the events of what has been described as a whirlwind romance that began on a movie set and quickly devolved into a barrage of fights and bad confrontations, the details of which vary widely depending on the account. Many of the claims being made in court have already been heard in a British lawsuit in which Mr. Depp sued the Sun tabloid for printing a headline calling him a name that really hurt his reputation, which he lost. The trial, which began on April 12th with opening arguments, is slated to last 6 weeks. The latest hearing had many highlights, but one that caught the attention of many is the part where Amber Heard once admitted to hitting Johnny in audio recordings played for the courtroom. Ex-wife Amber Heard admitted to beginning a physical confrontation between them in audio recordings revealed during Johnny Depp's testimony earlier this week. While Depp downplayed his reaction to the altercation, audio recordings of Heard and Depp's conversations were presented to the jury in Fairfax, Virginia on Wednesday. In the tapes, Heard can be heard recounting their intense March 2015 battle in Australia, in which Depp's right middle finger was injured at the tip. In the recording, Depp says he wants to get out of the situation to de-escalate and escape the conflict, while Heard tells him to stay put so they can settle their differences. In another piece of audio recording, Heard admitted to once having started an actual fight with Depp. "You didn't get punched, you got hit. I'm sorry I hit you like this, but I did not punch you," she told Depp. "I did not deck you, I was hitting you. I don't know what the motion of my actual hand was, but you're fine. I did not hurt you. I did not punch you. I was hitting you." She adds in the audio, "I'm not sitting here complaining about it, am I? You are. That's the difference between me and you. You're a baby. You are such a baby. Grow up, Johnny." Well, that was actually the cleaner version of what she said on the actual tape, if you know what I mean. The court heard another recording of Depp and Heard in which she called him a blank well, more like a piece of a dirty sandbag, but in a more hurtful word, referencing Depp's son Jack. Heard sarcastically says, "I hope to God Jack's stepfather teaches them more about being a man because you're so good at it." There's further evidence in the bathroom incident where Depp can be heard talking about Heard kicking the bathroom door and hitting me in the head. Heard replies, "I was upset. I was on an Ambien. There was a lot going on." In another section of the recording, Depp talks about how in the Australia incident, he went to at least 5 bathrooms and 2 bedrooms. An angry Heard responds, "You escaped the situation. We cannot work it out if you run away to the bathroom." In a later part of the argument, Heard was heard saying, "Just because I've thrown pots and pans does not mean you come and knock on the door," whereas Depp replies, "You seem to think there's this cowardice in me." On the stand, Depp said, "What was just playing was very much the tone and the aggression and the attitude and the need for a fight from Miss Heard. I don't know if that was some need of attention. That was the sound that I've gotten very used to. The squabbling, the raising of the voice to excommunicate anything I had to say about the situation." Recounting the argument, which preceded the audio recordings, Depp said that it happened in the penthouse in Los Angeles that he lived in with Heard. She said, "She came banging on the door. I didn't answer. I was in the shower. I didn't want to deal with any more of that sarcastic, demeaning, aggressive talk from her. Depp narrowed how Amber tricked him into getting into the bathroom door, where she took advantage and kicked him. When it was almost closed, she yelped in pain and screamed, "Ow, my toes!" So, in that second, I thought possibly her foot had gotten caught under the door. I thought she was injured, so I knelt down to have a look. When I knelt down on my hands and knees to look at her foot, she kicked the bathroom door into my head, the actor stated. More evidence was introduced on Thursday during Heard's attorney's cross-examination of Depp on the stand, including audio of a time when Depp was about to do a crazy act while Heard begging him to stop. Another video presented to the court showed Depp destroying cabinet doors as he poured himself a drink in the morning, and next conversations revealed the actor joking about leaving Heard and possibly moving on with his life. Depp was also questioned about a December 2015 incident in which he allegedly headbutted Heard, hurting her face. Depp said that Heard threw herself at him in 2015, and that when he tried to stop her by throwing his arms around her, she accused him of headbutting her and fracturing her nose. She later showed Depp a crimson Kleenex, indicating her nose had been hurt. He added, Depp said he investigated the tissue after. Heard tossed it away and found red nail paint on it, not blood. Depp has repeatedly stated under oath that he has never hurt Heard or any other woman. He vehemently denied that he purposely headbutted her, claiming that it had happened accidentally when he was attempting to control her. I was trying to restrain Miss Heard, and once I had restrained her, I would say if she's trying to still move around and kick at me or trying to get loose, any sort of movement when you're like this, your heads are this close together. It's not possible for them to bump. But a headbutt? That's a pretty extreme definition of that, he said. Heard has yet to take the witness stand. Her attorney, Ben Rottenborn, said during opening comments last week that evidence will demonstrate she was subjected to domestic maltreatment by Depp that took many forms, including physical, emotional, mental, and psychological, as well as unsolicited touching at Depp's hands. The charges are fictitious, according to a Depp spokeswoman. When asked about the headline that appeared in the online version of Depp's op-ed, the attorney stated that she did not create or approve it. It said, Amber Heard, I stood up to this type of treatment and endured the wrath of our culture. This must change. Dr. Laurel Anderson, Depp's former marriage counselor, testified that the couple engaged in what I perceived as mutual maltreatment with each other because abandonment was her worst nightmare. Anderson claimed Heard would occasionally start conflicts in order to keep him with her. During an in-person encounter, the therapist stated she noticed several minor bruises on Heard's face. According to the New York Times, Heard claimed she only hit Depp in self-defense or in defense of her younger sister in court files before the trial. That's all for today. We hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and smash that notification bell for more episodes.